Hello everybody, Absolute Uni here. Today I just want to make a short video to talk about the Chivalry 2 open beta weekend and how it was, some little glitches that I had and connection issues, and a few different things, and my overall enjoyment and how I felt about it, and if I think you guys should pick it up too. Just, this isn't really a review, it's just my opinions, so yeah, thank you for coming, and let's get right into it. So, first things first, I just want to talk about a couple of little glitches and stuff. If you saw my last Chivalry 2 video, you might remember I was talking about some audio glitches I had, where the sound would all get like clumped together and all broken and jagged and whatever, and that is gone. It's been fixed as far as I know, so the audio glitch is gone. You don't have to worry about that anymore. And I also want to talk about some connection issues I had with the servers. This is probably a more personal thing because my internet isn't the greatest, but I was having a bit of trouble getting into servers now and then, and also had some really bad lag occasionally. You might see a bit of lag in the footage depending on which footage I put in, but sometimes it was so bad that I had to get off for a few hours and just couldn't play, and other times it was perfectly fine. It ran perfectly, so I don't know, if you have a poor connection, I'd be worried about this game, but like I said, it's most likely just me. Another thing I want to talk about is the new maps they added and how they were, and how overall how well I think the maps are made. First of all, the two new maps they added was they added the Battle of Dark Forest and the Slaughter of Coxwell, which replaced one of the last team objective matches. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a different one besides the Siege of Runhelm, which is the one that it was the third one we have. Plus, we also have two team deathmatch matches or maps. We have the Battle of Wardenglade, and we also have Tournament Grounds. Overall, I'd say the maps are made really well, and they're a lot of joy to play through. They're large enough that you can explore, but also compact enough that you're always encountering other people and you're always finding things to do. Like, if you take an alternate path without much enemies, maybe you'll find an anvil or something to take with you and go throw at somebody, things like that. There's always stuff to find. There's traps you can activate all over the place. Like, if there's like a brazier up on the ceiling, you can throw your weapon at it and it'll like fall down and send charcoal and fire and coal and everywhere and burn people. Or if there's like there's some broken boards on the ground, you can break it and then make people fall into it and die, stuff like that. So I think all the maps are really designed quite well for what the game, or I mean, they kind of have to be, because with it being a medieval slasher and all, they can't be poorly designed, because it'd take out about half the fun of this kind of game, at least in my opinion. So I'm glad that they did quite well in it. It really helps the game, and I definitely recommend trying it out, even just to try out the maps and just see if you'd like it. And then I just want to talk about me and my friends' overall enjoyment. Well, it's honestly, it's so much fun. Like, it's such a satisfying game to play, with all the gore and blood and different looking knights and all the voice lines. It's so much fun to be charging into battle with 2 or 3 of your friends, all spamming battle cry and yelling, and then go into battle and be chopping off people's heads and decapitating them and chopping off their arms and legs, and seeing blood fly everywhere and blood be all over the ground, and seeing like bow or arrows hit people and seeing them flying backwards. It's such a satisfying game, and it really is visually impressive. It really does. Once you're in some of the bigger battles, the 64-player battles, the size of the game really does remind me of like those big big battles in like Lord of the Rings and other medieval movies, and even just the visual grandness of the game is really good. It makes it so much fun, even just like the grandness of the visual aspect. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but and then there's also the actual gameplay portion of it, which it can be a bit janky here and there, but overall it's very newcomer friendly, and it's quite easy to get into, but it's really difficult to really master it, just like most games. But I mean, I've never played a medieval slasher before until Chivalry 2, except for like maybe For Honor, if you can even count that. And even I could do pretty decent, like mid-pack on my team kind of thing. So if you're not very good at games, I definitely recommend getting into it. Sometimes it can get a bit frustrating with like sometimes you'll get like ganked by 3 or 4 or even like 5 people at times, and it can get like very frustrating. I know I had to take a break a couple times because I was getting pretty frustrated with it, but in some of the smaller lobbies, like the 40-player lobbies, it's definitely a lot less because there's a lot less people to be fighting. But overall, me and my friends, we really did enjoy the game, and I think if you asked any of us, we would all recommend you try it. So anyways, that's my report on the Chivalry 2 open beta weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for my rambling, but thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.